Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Imperator Rome. Welcome back to episode 2 of our Magna Germania run as Varinia, where hopefully today we'll get a little bit more warring done. But before we start today's episode, of course, it's episode 2, meaning I get to plug things. Hopefully, if you're enjoying the series so far, then subscribing would be a massive help. And you can also join the Discord if you have any questions about your own Imperator Rome game, or if you want to have a direct chat with me. I'm open pretty much most parts of any given day, so you can just hit me up on Discord if you'd like. But anyways, let's start today's episode. I think I said I was going to declare war on Githonia. Potentially, they don't have the best stuff. Let's be real here. 6 pops, kind of a yikes. They do have good allies who have nice land, though. Some pretty decent allies here, which means if we were to fight this war properly and most efficiently, we could technically maybe get this entire area. Do I want this whole area at once? Maybe, maybe not. Of course, it depends on the one delicious trade good that I still didn't get yet because I wasn't paying any attention, or kind of not really paying attention to what land I was taking, and we still want those little horses. Now, horses are going to come from Bastarnia if we were to go down south here, or from one nation over here, Simnonia. Simnonia happens to be allied to Bastarnia over here anyway, Lugia and Langobardia over here. Right, okay. Basically, what I'm seeing here for our opportunities of expansion, I would kind of like to head in this direction. Probably this would be my best bet. Actually, they're my ally. Yikes, that's not going to work out for me, is it? How about you? Also my ally, okay. Keep in mind my allies are these two, okay. So I can't really fight either of them. However, you can break an alliance and instantly declare war, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of scummy, but you're allowed to do it, I think. Which wouldn't be so bad. I might end up being scummy and just betray my ally over here. And if that's not how it works, even though I'm pretty sure it is, then we'll be okay. Or if there is like some sort of a very small truce, then that's just how it is. And, well, I mean, it's also just sort of fine. Might potentially also hire mercenaries if I ever get the chance. It depends on a lot. Ooh, boy. I will definitely spend political influence on that because that's expensive. Very much expensive. We're also getting close to being able to grab... Well, actually, no, we're not. I was going to say, hey, we're close to being able to grab the next rule. Not even slightly. That is not true in the slightest. What I think I will do, though, once I have to choose one of these things. Tyranny is kind of okay to get. Loyalty, we gain some popularity, or at least he does. Get a little bit of corruption. That's probably fine. But we'll end up moving this out of the way here because we get minus 10% monthly centralization for that. That's not very much fun for us. We don't really want that. So, instead what we're going to do, I think we're going to go back towards religious freedom over here. That'll allow us to centralize much faster. Centralization is kind of important, sometimes, generally speaking. If we want to form that tribal kingdom thing, which we do kind of want to do. So I'm a little concerned what'll happen if we destroy this defensive league, or not this defensive league, this alliance, because if we get rid of it and it works out, then great. That's fantastic, because, you know, a little bit land over here, we get to push towards this direction a little bit more. Basically, as many options as I can get, I would love to have. As many expansion opportunities, so even if you don't have horses, well, I don't know, maybe your ally does. You have an alliance with, oh, you just secured one with Anglia as well. Interesting. Interesting. I have to fight Simnonia or Marconia. The nations that I really want to attack the most are, of course, over here, and eventually over here if I can. This is also an opportunity if possible. This is no colony or like no nation or whatever. I believe nations do start popping up over here, especially over in the Netherlands region over here. I think new ones do kind of start to pop up time to time. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really remember. I'm pretty sure they do, so we'll see how that whole area exists and does its own thing. You have 13 pops. That would be a nice little addition to my territory. And you have 19 pops, and your allies are here, here, and here. Okay. Alright then. That won't be so bad. Cerulia and Anglia. And we can bring in some allies in this one. Does give us a truce, actually. That really isn't the best option to go with, then, is it? This would probably be the best option. Because it just... I mean, if we're gonna have to fight one of our allies, we might as well get it over with. We might as well fight one. Sarnia, Lugia. So it'll be all 4 of these nations down here, which all happen to be rather large to some degree. I don't know if that's my best move. You know what, I think it is still my best move to just move over here. To do the fighting over here. I mean, it's not like we have a claim. I should have, paid attention to that in the first place, but... Let's get the claim. Yeah, okay, I did this all in the wrong order. Alright, I'll acknowledge that. I did this completely in the wrong order, and I'll fix that. Starting with what we're doing here. I'm losing a lot of men due to attrition. So, the one guy here, he's gonna stand back, actually. Actually, I shouldn't be losing men to attrition. I'm just consuming stuff. I don't know if they actually updated that tooltip. But I shouldn't have lost any men here. Because they're just consuming food. They don't lose men if you're just consuming food. We're not above the supply limit. Well, we're kind of, but we just start consuming food at that point. Anyway. So we'll wait for this to get claimed a little bit faster. Did I get a claim on anyone in the meantime using my war council? I can't, not until next year. Okay. So this is fine itself. We'll get this claim on the slow version. It'll take a little while, but it won't be the worst thing ever. Let's also grab the last 2 inventions while they're still relatively cheap, because we don't want to have to spend a lot more later on. Well, we will have to, but we don't want to, if we can help it. Well, to be honest, we're not going to get that many inventions. Not yet, at least. That only happens when we, Oh, did you just break your lines with me? No, you didn't, but you insulted me. That is weird. That is really weird, okay. Oh, wait, was that twice? Did you just insult me twice? Yeah, you did. Is that an AI glitch, or am I confusing myself? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's a little bit odd. Okay. A little bit of money for Freeman happiness and pop conversion speed. Oh, conversion speed would be nice. Germania, that's my whole nation. Good. We lose a bit of money, but we get political influence, conversion speed, and happiness for my freemen. I don't know how many freemen we really have, but let's go with the no effect. That's fine. Oh, and a free 5 stab. Nice. Works out for me. My aggressive expansion is relatively low. If it goes above 50, then we have big problems. So I guess 50 is the kind of giant fraction that we need to pay attention to, like in most other Paradox games. Well, I'm thinking more EU4 really, but 50 is kind of the aggressive expansion number that tends to have issues if you go above it. Now, what else do I want here? Potentially... That's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't know how useful that would be, but it is interesting. Let's go with Morale of Armies, because the fight will come up in a few years. Oh, you actually want to ally me. That's ironic. Unfortunately, you're gonna die, so... It was worth a shot, I guess. You gave it your best shot. I suppose. Ooh, Alliance from Semnonia. That is kind of ironic. Kind of really ironic, because I really want to attack you. The thing is, like, you're allied to absolutely everyone else. Like, you're doing this for defensive reasons. Everyone I want to attack, you're also allied to. That doesn't help me, like, at all. An alliance from Burgundia. That is interesting. I think I'll accept that. I don't see why not. Because they're far enough away that, you know, they don't interfere with any of, well, I can't say any. Most of my expansions down here. And other than that... Oh, we've actually lost my... You actually did just break your lines with me. Why are you so rude? Why are you so rude? Why would you do that? I need one more ally for this war. That's what I need. Because this Burgundia and Rudignia, so Rudignia, Burgundia, and then on the other side we have a couple of sort of thick nations over here. Just this whole block will be fighting. So if I can have you as an ally, but you hate me for conflicting interests, that makes sense. Now you don't want to ally me. That's kind of ironic. I'm wondering if that'll raise your opinion enough. Oh, we'll get too many relations, and we have too many relations. It's a -40. Okay, what does our relations look like? We have 4 out of... I mean, you're no longer... Like, we're gonna have to fight you. Anyway. Asturia. So we're gonna dissolve that alliance. Oh, they're at -6. Okay, good. We can... improve their opinion of me. A little bit over time. Which really doesn't cost that much. It's still weird that it costs political influence, but, I mean, it's whatever, really. We'll improve their opinion of us. We just got the claim, which is nice. Once they like us enough, we'll, try and have them in there. We have too many relations. Why would we have too many relations? Does the defensive pact count as a... Does it really count as one? Okay, now they're much more willing to ally me. Okay, that's weird. That is really weird, actually. Ooh, 5 stability, or let's go with the money, actually. There we go. Okay, so we'll use Semnonia for this war because they'll help for some reason. But yeah, they'll join. They'll help out. Well, not quite yet because we need to get the diplomat back. The weird thing, it doesn't actually tell me, it doesn't have a timer on the side of when the diplomat's coming back. I would like to have that in the game in the future if possible. Game devs, which are not listening to me, that would be great. So let's improve this. I didn't think they'd actually, get this far this quickly, so. It's not a big issue. We're recovering manpower anyway. That's a good enough excuse to just be really, really slow, I guess. Alrighty then, this is gonna be pretty big war. In fact... Oh, you actually left that alliance. Did you predict that? There's no way. Also, if I wanted to do this, that's -25 stab. Oh, yikes. Plus... I mean, in this game, no CB actually isn't the worst CB. Now that you look at it, if you look at it properly, it actually isn't the worst CB. That's kind of frightening, actually. It isn't the worst thing you could possibly do. With enough political influence, you can just bring your stability back up. And then the other 2 things, which are aggressive expansion, right? You get a bunch of that, and then get an extra, I think, couple bit of war exhaustion, I think, which you can buy back down. Yeah, that's scary how easily you can actually just no CB a lot of things. Let's bring in our allies because we might as well. I want to take all of this land here, if I can. It would be really, really nice. Everyone joined in. Very good. No one should have any better tech than anyone else because we're all tribes and we all have garbage tech, so we should be fine. Easy win over here, hopefully. If they get there eventually. There we go. Oh, that was a little dangerous at first, but now we're okay. Maybe I should rearrange who engages first, because that was interesting. Who do you have engaging first? Oh, that's a lot of information that I don't know what any of this does. Oh, they each have... Oh, each unit actually has their own thing. That is interesting. I know, like for instance, like EU4, each unit doesn't have its own personality, but I guess in this, it actually, they do. It's kind of weird, and I like it. Kind of do like it. Let's bring you over here to make sure that, well, this is gonna be interesting. Well, we're going all in anyway. We might as well. Easy win, please, maybe? Okay, win there. Okay, they're not even locked in. Let's use this guy. Can you move? Okay, yeah, you can move just fine without having problems on the fort, so that's good. Let's bump it up speed 5. I find like a lot of Imperator is just played on speed 5. Like the vast majority of things you want to do in Imperator is speed 5. I don't know why, it's just the most comfortable thing for you to possibly play on. I guess mostly tribes, early game, stuff like that. There's not much to do. So a lot of speed 5 is just what ends up happening. Ooh, tax for the whole next 2 years. Or you get money? No, we're taking the tax, obviously. We want the money. The money's nice for us, because if I run out of manpower, then Mercs is the way you win. And Mercs, oh boy, are Mercs expensive. Let me just, for instance, show you this. Okay, so the base cost, it's going to cost you a little bit of military experience, apparently. And they also cost you 30.67 ducats a month. I said ducats. That's not actually ducats. What are these called? These aren't even ducats. These are just gold coins, I guess. Ducats don't exist yet. But anyways, yeah, 3.67 a month, kind of expensive. And then disbanding them is 29.37. So yeah, mercs are expensive, but that's how you win once you've run out of manpower, and well, that happens quickly, I should say. Rather fast. Want to keep those losses at a minimum, so having these, what are these called here? The tribal retinues? Yeah. These things are really, really nice. We don't actually pay for their manpower. So using them for sieges is preferred, but in a pinch like this where we have to siege quickly to end the war, then we might as well use all of what we have here. Oh, okay, so we actually just burned that down to the ground so hard, and no one lives there anymore. That just became uncolonized. And there's still a fort here. Oh, that is really awkward, actually, because level 0 fort. Interesting. Because the fort doesn't actually exist, but it still has the icon. It's not like it's gonna get rid of it, because it wasn't demolished, it just was abandoned, so it's... No, never mind, it's gone. I lied. That's really weird, but okay. So, you are... Lamovia. Lamovia, let me grab a quick annexation, which you will not accept for weird reasons, but okay. Can I siege this fort? Probably not, but we'll take a look at how plausible it might end up being. Someone died, our magistrate? Oh no, high priest, okay. That's fine. Gain centralization. We'll just take the really neutral thing. That's fine. Now, can I siege this? I can siege this, interestingly enough. But we lose men so quickly on these sieges that it's just disgusting. Yeah. I don't even know if that stack will last the entire siege out. It is summer though, so we shouldn't have too many problems. Yeah, okay, so Semnonia has taken a lot of the damage here for us, which is really nice. We'll head down to there. Lamovia, still not willing to give up. Oh, yes they are, never mind. Okay, so that's Lamovia. We'll go for a... there's not much we can really do here. Let's go for a quick aggressive expansion change. For Skiria, which is down here. We'll try and annex the whole thing. Because that'll be a nice little bit of land to have here. Oh, okay. I guess we just captured someone's leader. Move you down here. 14%, not bad. It is the clan retinue, so not really my problem to deal with. Alrighty then. So far, so good. Move these guys out. We don't have any need for them. We can't colonize this because we need to have more pops in these areas. But we don't have enough pops here. To grow more pops, it's going to take quite a while here. The food supply is a big one we can use. I think if we improve the actual size of the food supply, I think it gives us even more of a bonus. So yeah, 120 months of stored food. This local population increase 0.5. That actually might be the cap. And if that's the cap, that makes sense. We don't want to have pops growing too quickly, of course. That'd be a little bit broken, so I guess it makes sense. Alright, 42%. Please give me the great numbers. Beautiful. You should hand that over to me soon. There you go, thank you very much. We'll take this province real quick. Which should be the final capital we have to take. Very nice. So, Scary over here. Oh, wait, can we not take that yet? Oh, right, of course, it's in a different state, I believe. Or province or something, I don't know. Anything else? These are our allies in the war, actually. So that's, I guess... Yeah, this is your entire nation. Apparently we have to wait a few months. That's weird because the other nation we didn't have to wait for, so I'm a little confused, but I guess if that's how it is, then... Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay, I actually am just confused. Oh, complete victory, of course. That makes sense. Popularity, aggressive expansion. If we can bring that down to as low as we can make it, that would be great. And welcome to being a reasonably regional power. Sure, let's go with that. Alright, so we gained a couple of new things here. First of all, capital import routes, very, very nice. Integration speed, it's whatever. Diplomatic relations, though, that is brilliant. As well as having more clan chiefs, so we get more retinues, and more monthly political influence. Of course, now we have a lower threshold because we're much larger. So people tend to identify less with the larger empire, or regional power at least. Ooh, you are really good, goddamn. 12 finesse. God, you are good at your job. 24% national tax. That's great. Do I want to lose political influence or do I want to gain political influence? I wonder what might be a good option to pick here. I don't think this is intentional. I think something's wrong here. We'll definitely take the free political influence, though. Next, we can take furs, or we can take amber. Amber's really nice, actually. It is in our very, very small singular place here. Yeah, so this really just gives all territories in these areas, so the wood here is useless. I mean, it's produced here, so whatever. The fish here just gives a little bit more food. It's all in the capital. The capital, again, we don't actually have much of importance here, but anyway. If we get the surplus in the capital, that gives us experience decay in total, so maybe it should be a good idea. If we get amber, then it just gives, you know, surplus in the province, so whatever. It is just moving things around, not a big influence or change or anything. But already then, another few nations conquered. We're looking pretty good here. Lose popularity. Yeah, sure, let's go with that one. Okay, so now we have 2 more clan retinues, which should start building their troops soon, actually. They should start building units. I believe, at least, we should have 4 retinue units. Which are really nice, because I love the way that tribes work, honestly. Because they have such a big difference from pretty much every single other type. Tribes, with the retinues, is when one clan chief dies, then sort of like they elect another clan chief, kind of. Ooh, let me... Sure, we'll export as well. Basically, what was I saying here? Yeah, so someone else takes over. They can have, like, this entire unit, and this becomes free. No maintenance, no, you know, reinforced cost. It turns into one of these things, and one of these things usually turns into one of these. They sort of, like, swap a little bit. which means in the end we can have really, really big clan retinues, and generally you just keep them loyal and they're happy. It's great. I don't know what to say. It's just fantastic. It's a really nice thing to have. Let me get the tribesman output again and give us a little bit more manpower. We do need some more manpower. Or we can wait for our clan retinues, which pretty much do a good enough job here. Yeah, none of these areas are good enough for pops, or for any sort of settlement. A little bit unfortunate. We do have to increase our civilization. No, yeah, see, I think I literally just mentioned this. Look at this. I literally just mentioned. So basically, yeah, our clan chief died. Tribal chief, sorry. So one of the clan chiefs takes over. In this case, it's this guy, who was in control of this. So he becomes the owner. We become the actual owner of this. And then this should, in theory, go to other one, or maybe it doesn't. Oh. Maybe it doesn't. I could have sworn that was what happens. I don't know. Maybe we just get free manpower worth of troops. Maybe that was the real thing to mention. This does give attrition, though. I think we'll split this in half. And have something like that. We'll give you a guy to lead as well. Ooh, another death. We'll give... You don't have much loyalty. I'll give someone who has more loyalty, even if he's not very good. He's at least more loyal. You can be there. It appears we're getting really low on the ability to assign generals and other useful things. Seems we don't have that many people to actually use, which is a little unfortunate. Let me also get rid of one of these forts. I think I'll get rid of this one. It's a little bit expensive. I don't want it. Seems we're losing money, and one of the reasons is probably because we actually end up paying for double these. Yeah, we're paying for a lot of this. When we disband, I don't think we get the money back. If the unit is under strength, it will free manpower to reinforce units in more important areas. Huh. I don't know if that actually means it, like, returns manpower or anything. I don't think it does. Oh, there we go. A new clan retinue. Nice. We should probably get rid of some of these troops here. I was thinking, ooh, a little bit of money loss. That's fine. Let's get rid of a few of these units. Let's get rid of one chariot from one of these. So one chariot will disband. Yeah, okay, we do get, maybe we don't. I don't even know what happened there. Anyways. I think they sort of disband into other units. They don't disband into manpower. Interesting. I don't want to split in half. I wanted to get rid of one of these guys. So we get rid of this. It costs a little bit to disband. We'll lose 1,000 men from one cohort, and we'll have to... Okay, yeah. 0.75. Thing is, we really just can't afford to have this many troops. The 11,000 is fine. Oh, war. Interesting. Dania, was that a good idea? Dania's up here. It's not really a war that I am very involved in. Let me see how much time we have left. Not very much at all. In fact, I'm willing to say we have none. Unfortunately, we can't really, you know, exist long enough for this episode to see how this sort of goes in its own weird direction. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. So pretty much, this is Quarbit signing off. Hoping you had a fun time this episode, and as always, have a fantastic day.